Good afternoon, guys. This is Nikki, you also known as Faces Trader, and you're watching the Awesome 10X Live Philippine Market Update. It is October 8, 2020. Let's discuss the Philippine markets. Your index is 5,942 points, up 75 points or 1.27%. You're seeing a lot of winners today, but also a lot of volatility. You could see that the volume of trades, let's take a look at the top traded. 17,000 trades on Dito Telecom, 577 to 574. So Dito is a bit unchanged for the day. 830 million value traded. You've got ABS CBN rallying again, another 11%, trading at 15 pesos from 13.5. Yes, it was up 50% yesterday, and today it continued higher, another 10%. So a lot of gainers on ABS, which also translated to some gains on Lopez. Nickel Asia was up as high as 3.75 today. And then, of course, some profit taking. And then it was just about 3 pesos a day ago. So this is a 25% pop in 2 days. Volume was quite high at about 270 million pesos. Now, Corp continues to go strong. It was a bit volatile, but managed to stay strong at the end. It's 7% up, trading at 4.5. MRC is the top traded with volume and up gainer today. MRC is trading at 20% higher from 23.8 cents. Today it's trading at 29 cents. Volume is big. Value traded is 245 million pesos. 200 million pesos for MRC. Pure gold is steady, unchanged at 44.1. MPI managed to break above that 4 peso level, now trading at 404, 400 million pesos. PLDT managed to stay above 1.3, so it briefly fell down to 1,280 and managed to close at 1.3. So we are seeing some base support at 1.3. It's not heading to 1.2 just as yet. Jollibee is trading at 142.7. There's news that Jollibee opened another store abroad in Rome. BPI is steady at 65. Chelsea is steady at 533. So quite unchanged. Similar to Dito Telco, is just trying to stay there afloat. Security Bank and BDO is still down, unchanged, but still not positive. Ayala Land is just there at 30. Metro Bank is 39.45. SM Prime is also just there near 30. Today's 29.75. ICT 114. Manila Water fell down after hitting near 15 last couple of days. Now it's 13.74. Do check out Manila Water if it goes down near 13. And then, of course, URC is 138 today, rallied 2% up. You've got SM, big volume traded today. It was a big cross. There was a value traded for your SM. That's why the volume on SM is 13 billion pesos today. Your globe is 2,052. FNI is 122. It was actually as high as 127, 130 a while ago. Ayala Corp is trading at 719. Lopez is 278. So Lopez was $3, then 278. So some profit taking on your Lopez. So, but very volatile on ABS and Lopez. Merimart is steady at 3 pesos. IDC is 238. So we'll go to the charts individually. But when you look at the top gainers, okay, let's go first to the index. So if you deduct that 13 billion pesos from SM, we still have a good volume of about 6 billion pesos. So we are seeing a lot of advancers versus decliners, 130 advancers. In your index, you've got your Jollibee, MPI, SM Globe, Robinsons Retail, Metrobank, Lucia Tan Group, but for a net selling of 1.2 billion. That's all on mostly SM. The volumes were mostly SM. But that was just across. So you could see that if you are checking the entire stats of the entire trading day, the top traded continue to be your Dito Now C, and then of course your Nickel Asia and FNI. You have a new entrant, which is MRC. It's also being largely traded. And then of course your ABS and Stat Lopez. So if you look at the top traded, MRC, ABS, and you've got Now Corp, you've got, yeah, mostly. So let's discuss the ones that are top traded in the markets today. Okay, let's take a look. What's that? ABS. Sige. So you've seen these names happen. So look at your charts first. It's loading. So ABS managed to trade as high as 17. Those who got in at 7, ever since that news, 7 to 17, there was a volatility here when it traded at 9, managed to go up and then up. I'm not sure if this will continue higher, but so far we are seeing the first resistance at 17. But the chances that ABS CBN gets bought out by some people might be as high as 13. So momentum continues to be strong for your ABS CBN. Consider a higher low at about 13 first, and then another higher low at about 14. Yes? Hindi na. Hindi today. Oo. Yeah. Sorry. Okay, so that's ABS-CBN for you. Lopez, let's take a look at that. So also volatile, you are seeing some resistances at 3.2. So still resistance here at 3.2. It will be, the stronger mover is ABS. So best to actually just trade ABS rather than Lopez. But there's been some people trying to do the sympathy trade here. Similar to Dito, actually the move was Dito Telcom, but Chelsea has moved aligned with Dito. Nonetheless, I think the basic move is really from Dito Telco. And for now, we are still seeing some profit taking after hitting as high as 8. I don't think that Dito Telecom will fall straight down to 4. You've got a lot of supports potentially here at about 5, and then another support here at about 4.5. As to whether it will fall, I don't know. So it can. You could see that there's this very strong resistance at 7, another strong resistance here at 620. So as the days go by, just assume volatility for Dito Telecom for now. It can go up, can go down. For Now Corp, you are seeing that some people are, of course, there was this big resistance at 637, so that is still a resistance. And that is the same resistance that you saw before here at 430, which fell to about 3 pesos. So how deep can this go? From 630, it's already fallen to 4 pesos. Then rallied today to close at 450. It's very volatile for these names. What you do know is that for the first support, yes, 4, you have seen that 4. Then another support here at 350. Should it fall down, check how these levels will be done in the next couple of days. At the same time, where are the resistances for this? It will be choppy, but there should be resistances somewhere here at about 520 to as high as 6. So you've got still that resistance above 5 to 6 or about 550. So it's a very huge trading range. It's not for the people who will just buy and then sleep. So you might need to check the volatility for these types of names. So Dito Now C are very volatile. MRC today broke out. Let's take a look at that. MRC, however, rallied before from 15 cents to as high as 30 cents, then fell down back to 19 cents. It's possible that even if MRC rallies to about 37 cents, that it already could fall. Like today, from 35 cents, it's already fallen to 29 cents. It could also fall down to 25 cents. So it has that behavior of always going up and also going down. Very volatile name for MRC. But those who got in very low are, of course, able to profit take here. And with the gravy, should it rise to about 45 cents, which is the first resistance. 35 cents first resistance, and then another resistance at 45 cents for MRC. Lots of selling pressure, and just check that out. NIKL went up today, but also a lot of selling pressure. You'll notice this. NIKL stopped here at about 375 today. So that was your previous resistance here that acted as resistance here. That your previous support acts as resistance. Whether NIKL will continue to go higher, you need to see NIKL trade above this 3.2 level. So at 343, can it go 370 or does it go down to 320? So far, we've got the uptrend intact, but this was a first profit-taking day. What's going to happen in the next couple of days? It's still going to be volatile, but volatility is probably to the upside. On any drops near 320, I think there will be buyers, but of course, rallies back to 370 might see some selling pressure. And this one, of course, will still be a selling pressure. Take note that NIKL here at about 4.2 to 3.7 would be posing a resistance on a rally upward. Now, let's take a look at some names. ASEN rallied higher, Apex also. So ASEN fell down to 290 but managed to go up 309, but it's still unchanged. So we still don't have any clue as to whether it goes up or goes down. It's neutral. Century Tuna actually rallied to 17.6. So there was a consolidation, and then this a continued uptrend. So just really uptrends for Century Pacific Foods. Let's take a look at some names as well. So Cebu Pacific didn't rally above 40 pesos, but it has supported about 36. We have seen that there's news that Cebu Pacific is trying to raise money, whether convertible preferred shares. So we are seeing that SEB here at about 36.65 is still at support area. Rallies at about 40 might still see some resistance, but Cebu Pacific is planning a convertible preferred share sale. It's in the newspapers. Thomson Reuters, I believe, has a report on that. Mega-wide press release. Okay, this is a news on Jollibee. The store is opening in Rome as expansion resumes. This is, if you can recall, Jollibee opened Tim Ho Wan, which is in China. So Jollibee is still expanding its storefront abroad. It is a way for them to continue to remain committed in their goal as a long-term QSR, like a quick service restaurant, hopefully top 5 of the world. So that is their goal. And let's take a look at their long-term goals and what they're doing to execute that despite the pandemic. Still loading. My Mac, again, my battery, sorry. Jollibee store resumes operations in Rome. Expansion resumes. Jollibee is, ever since our opening in Milan, we've seen a huge demand for Jollibee here in Italy and our succeeding openings in UK show the appeal of Jollibee, said CEO Ernesto Talmantiong. We are excited to bring Jollibee's Chicken Joy and other flavorful bestsellers. Our whole network has more than 2,900 stores across the world for Jollibee under brands such as Jollibee, Chowking, Greenwich, Red Ribbon, Mang Inasal, Burger King, Pho 24, Yonghe King, Hong Zhuang Yuan, Dunkin' Donuts, Highlands Coffee, Heart Smash Burger, and Coffee BT. Company is company is trading at 137.7 since this release. Today it's trading at 142. So we are seeing that Jollibee every time it hits 131, 132, it's always being revived and bought up. So I think like that's the news for the day. I will just answer five or less comments before I end. Okay, any idea where JG Summit will stop rallying? Just broke out of the 63 high. I think like JG Summit has a support about 60, higher lows at from 50 to 60, can rally to about 70 first target. Manila Water, good risk reward. I think at about 13, you have a good risk reward. So try to near, well, it's 13.78 right now. Try to see if you can enter 1350 below. MPI, any thoughts? MPI continues to go higher, but do note that there are some resistances at 4.4 to 4.5. Thoughts on Mart? Mary Mart is just neutral, just steady, so I can't give much insight on Mary Mart. Still sleeping, in my view. How about six packs abs, ABS? So I think ABS is still on an uptrend, but you've got some resistances on the way up. Potentially resistance at about 20, so 17 to 20 might be resistance. And then the clear supports are still, actually the supports aren't clear. It could be 13, could be 12, could be 11. Ano nangyari sa Nicolasia? I think Nicolasia had a bout of profit taking. 370 proved to be the first resistance for Nicolasia, fell down to 343. Check out whether Nicolasia gets bought out tomorrow or the next couple of days at about 320 or 330. So I guess some people took that chance of rally to break out to the